Hey guys, welcome back. I just got a little small haul video, some stuff I got in the last week or two. And first of all, I want to give a contest reminder. Uh, I'm probably going to let this thing run at least 2 or 3 more weeks. And in the next video I do, I'm going to go ahead and show the prizes because there's going to be a good little stack of stuff. You know, might be some incentive for some more people to do some vids. But like I say, we're just trying to get my buddy into the community here. I've already saw 2 or 3 vids that are really nice, and I know there's a lot of contests going on right now, a lot of subscriber contests. That's why I'm going to let this run a little bit longer. And next video, like I say, I'll show the prize packages and all that kind of stuff. But I just got a little stack of some Silver Age stuff. Got a little stack of some Treasuries from the 70s. First thing, our buddy Howlermouse, you know, you may or may not have watched some of his videos, but he's got some stuff up on eBay right now. And he had a couple old issues of Tales of Suspense, you know, and they were reader copies, you know, and he had them up for a cheap price, you know, and I'm trying to put together a decent run of Tales of Suspense, so I thought I'd go ahead and grab them, and it's one of those things I just want to read them. And you know, later on, if if I want to upgrade them, I can do that. I'm kind of, you know, a lot of you guys might be this way. You know, if you're trying to put together a run, it really doesn't matter about the grade. You know, on all of them. You know, some of the books I got, like some of the older Marvel and DC things I got, yeah, you want some of those to be in a higher grade. And some of you guys are all about higher grade, and that's cool. And some of you guys don't care about the grade. You know, it's one of the really great things about this community. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason. It doesn't have to be. But a couple I got off him, like I said, they're reader copies. Got Tales of Suspense 85. You know, like I say, they're pretty beat up and chewed up. Doesn't matter though. I mean, hey, great Gene Colan cover. Iron Man against the Mandarin. Okay, on the back side, I got Tales of Suspense 91. Like I say, beat up. I knew it. Didn't care. I just wanted to read them. Another great Gene Colan cover. Like I say, if I want to upgrade these later, you know, I can always do that. But really cool books. I mean, you can't beat Silver Age. And he threw an extra in. I don't know. I think he kind of felt bad because the books were so beat up. I mean, I already knew it. I just wanted to read them. But he threw an extra in, Adventure Comics 507. And this is actually one of the few Superboy and Legion appearances that I didn't have. And it's got a script by Jeff Johns and got some art by Jerry Ordway in here. So it's a pretty cool book. I'm looking forward to reading this one. Okay, I got a couple Silver Age War comics. Got our Fighting Forces 115. Pretty decent grade. Probably might be a VG fine. It's got a little crease at the corner here, but it's hard to pass up these Joe Kubert covers. 115, and got number 119, another great Joe Kubert cover. Our Fighting Forces, featuring Lieutenant Hunter's Hellcats. Okay, picked up Amazing Spider-Man King Size Special number 7. Another one of these great square bound books. This is actually a pretty high grade. It's probably like a fine plus, very fine. Got some cool stories. Of course, most of these are if not all, reprints. Gets the Vulture and the Chameleon and a guy named Joe. But just a great cover. Anybody, you know, that can't afford the original copies of Spider-Man, and these are a good way to go. I mean, the Essentials, the Masterworks. I mean, these stories have been reprinted so many times. I mean, there's no lack of places where you can get these stories. So it's a pretty cool book. And I got a House of Mystery 192. A great Neil Adams cover. This is pretty high grade. I'd probably call this like a VF minus. The great Neil Adams cover, and I'm getting close to closing in on the run. I think the House of Mystery run where they started like the horror anthology started like 174 and went to 321. So I'm closing in maybe 20 issues of having all these of that run. So Okay, another little goofy favorite. I'm trying to get a complete run of this. Not Brand X number 8. This is more or less it probably would be a fine plus to a VF minus if it didn't have this big chip out of the top corner. Like I say, I'm just trying to put together a run of them, and then like I say, if I want to go back and upgrade, I can do that. Cool coverage, probably. Look, that's Severn cover. Forbish Man. And I got a nice copy of Tales to Astonish '84, Submariner and Hulk. Already slipped this one in some Mylar. I just love this cover. Like a beast at bay. Sorry about the glare, but anyway. And a little something more modern. This is actually a Marvel graphic novel that I didn't have, and I'd kind of had on my want list for a while. This is The Incredible Hulk and the Thing, The Big Change, written by Jim Starlin, art by Bernie Wrightson. Just show you a few pages in here of that. You know, the Hulk is drawn by Bernie Wrightson. Just awesome looking stuff. Yeah, you don't get to see Wrightson do superheroes too often, other than Swamp Thing, which, you know, you may or may not consider him a superhero, but I think it's kind of cool when you see what he can do with some of these iconic characters. And he did another graphic novel with Spider-Man called Hooky, and it was a great story and great art. So. Okay, I found a little stack of Treasuries in a lot on eBay. And most, well, I'd say probably half of them are like reading copies. You know, there's probably 3 or 4 that are pretty high grade. And I'm probably going to be giving a couple, maybe 3 of these away because they're just duplicates of something I already got. But I always love these things. You would see them in display in a grocery store, like in a big cardboard, you know, DC Treasury, famous first edition, Marvels, you know. And it was one of those things like, okay, I had to make a choice when I was a kid, either buy 4 comics for a quarter piece or buy 1 Treasury. So, you know, needless to say, I wanted to buy the comics more then, but later on I got into the Treasuries, you know, because they were hard to track down, especially in high grade. And there's really, you know, no way you could store these. So that's why I got, you know, I'm sticking most of them up in this display shelf. But, like I say, probably half of these I already have, and I'll be sticking some of these in the prize package for the contest. But here we have limited collector's edition C35 Shazam. Of course, you have the photo cover with Jackson Bostwick, and then you have a little diorama you could cut out and do on the back. And I think what's cool about these Treasuries is you can kind of see the bigger format. Kind of lets you see, you know, probably the size of the original art. So it kind of gives you a little bit more detail. And of course, these are just great old, you know, C.C. Beck on the art. Like I say, this is just a reader copy. Some kid who wrote his name up here, but love Captain Marvel. You know, just really great stuff. I think there's actually a pin up in here. So this is pretty cool. And here we got a little section, how to draw Cap's foes and friends. It's pretty neat. Like I say, I've already got this, and I'll probably stick one of these in the contest. There's Superman and his incredible Fortress of Solitude. Not sure what the number is on this. Okay, DC. Okay, this is part of the DC Special Series. And people that collect DC Special Series, you know what kind of messed up numbering that has. They actually don't show the numbering on the outside except maybe on a couple issues, and most of them were like regular size comics, and a couple of them were in the Treasury format, and then you had maybe 2 or 3 digest size. Probably, I'm not sure, maybe 27, 28 issues, but this is actually part of that DC Special series. And I think it's Ross Andru on the cover, maybe Dick Giordano. And you got Ross Andru and Romeo Tangai on the art. That's a pretty good spread right there. I think this is just this was like a new story back then. And then you have some, I like these old ads and some of the DC stuff. Okay, we've got Famous First Edition, C61. This is just a reprint of Superman #1. And you got like a newer drawing, maybe the world of Krypton on the back there, or Welcome to Metropolis. It's maybe that's Garcia Lopez and Giordano on the art. This, like I say, this is just a just a reprint of Superman #1. Classic old Superman by Siegel and Schuster. Pretty cool book to have. Okay, on to a little bit of Marvel. This is one I actually didn't have. An Incredible Hulk, Marvel Treasury Edition number 17. And here you have on the back cover you got the many foes of the Hulk. Looks like the Rhino in there, Man-Thing, Havoc for some reason. But all this is just reprints of old classic stuff. Herb Trimpe, Sal Buscema. Might be some John Severin art in there. There's actually the original issues that reprints. It's some really cool stories. This is one I didn't have. So, okay, I've got Marvel Treasury Edition number 21, Fantastic Four. I love these wraparound covers. That's pretty cool. And these are reprints. Like I say, these show the issues in the back that actually reprints. Some Bronze Age stuff. I think it's John Buscema and Joe Sennett on the inks. Actually pretty good stuff. There's a good page of Galactus. Like I say, this is a good format if you kind of want to see the size in which the original art was when they drew it. Okay, we have a Amazing World of Superman. Looks like a Kurt Swan cover. Not sure if this is reprints. Well, this is kind of cool because it has some reprints, but they're actually in black and white. And I don't know if they've ever done a Treasury Edition in black and white other than this one. And the cool thing about this is you can see like Kurt Swan, his model sheets for drawing Superman. And there's a little section showing some stuff from the DC offices back in the 70s, how a comic is created. So this is cool stuff. You got probably Carmine Infantino there and Julius Schwartz. And you got Nick Cardy standing in the background. This might have actually been, this might actually come from an issue of Amazing World of DC Comics back in the early 70s, and they just might have reprinted it here. I might be wrong on that. But it shows all the different stages and steps Goes through in the comics, you know, lettering and colors and I think actually they show you know, the way they used to print comics at the old printing presses. And we got some more. We actually got there's a map of Krypton in the middle. And then you have some cool reprints. Kurt Swan, Murphy Anderson. So, okay, more Hulk. Marvel Treasury Edition 24. All the Marvel stuff I got was in pretty high grade, and a couple of the DC books. This is cool stories in here. Guest starring Warlock and the Inhumans, Hercules. More stuff from Herb Trimpe. And actually, in the back, I think it's a. This is actually a new Hercules story. Original issues that these were reprinted from. You see that. You know, pages are kind of starting to tan a little bit, but otherwise this was probably a VF. Spine looks pretty good. Here was one I was wanting that I didn't have. It's probably the only reason I bought that lot, but it was only like $10 for all 8 of these. It's Superman versus Shazam. Like I say, this is a reader copy. I'm probably wanting to upgrade this later, but I just want to read the story. Got a great cover by Rich Buckler and Dick Giordano. I always love the Superman versus Shazam stuff. Got Black Adam in here, Supergirl, Mary Marvel, Captain Marvel Jr. probably. I'm going to get one of these 2-page spreads. Some very cool art. Oh, here we go. That's just a great 2-page spread right there. The Big Red Cheese and the Man of Steel. It's a pretty cool book. Okay, guys, that's all I got. Like I said, I just want to give a contest reminder. We're trying to get my buddy Chris in the community, so if you happen to go back and see the video about the 200 subscriber contest, and like I say, just do a video. Send the link to his page. I'll left and I'll leave it again at the bottom of this video, but there's a link to his YouTube page, and subscribe to him if you want. Just do a video, tell him how he needs to get in the community, or just send him a PM. You know, if you'd rather not do a video, that's fine. But just as long as you let me know that you sent him a message or done a video, I mean, that works. Like I say, I'll probably the next video I'll be showing the prize pack for that thing. So, alright guys, that's all I got. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, and as always, onward and upward.